Hi guys, we are back and we are very starving. So I thought tonight I would just do a little bit of holiday cooking and baking. I'm gonna make a dinner. I'm thinking some roasted root vegetables with a little bit of fresh rosemary and thyme that I have growing on my balcony, and a little bit of olive oil on that. And then I really wanted to do a holiday dessert for you guys. It's been a while since I've baked, and I was looking on Minimalist Baker, and she created a sweet potato brownie, veggie brownie recipe. It looked so good. I've never made it before, but you know, sweet potatoes are my all-time favorite food. So, you know, if I can have sweet potato brownies, that sounds amazing. And yeah, we are just gonna have some fun. I have my Christmas cooking apron on. I'm transformed into Elf Sarah. I put some red lipstick on to just get into the festive season. And Mr. Bambi here is a little bit grumpy because I tried to put his reindeer costume on because I wanted him to be my little Santa's helper. But yeah, he's very angry with me right now. So I took his costume off. He's naked. He looks like a deer, so it's okay. He's so grumpy and mad at me, but he's gonna be my little sous chef tonight. He's gonna test out the sweet potatoes to make sure they're cooked enough, and he's just gonna guard the kitchen to make sure no intruders come while I'm cooking. So yeah, let's get started and do some holiday cooking and get in the spirit of the holidays. Then one foggy Christmas Eve, Mommy came to say, Bambi, with your nose so bright, won't you help me cook dinner and bake some sweet potato brownies tonight? Dun 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 dun. All right, so let's get started on dinner. I'm going to be roasting some root vegetables. So I have some carrots, I have some beets, I have a red onion, and I usually roast some sweet potatoes for my roasted root vegetables, but since we're making the sweet potato brownies today, I'm gonna roast them for that because it calls for 1 cup of sweet potato puree. So to make it, you just wanna roast them and then peel the skin away and mash up the insides. So these are for the brownies, but it just conveniently works out that I can cook them all at the same time. And a fun fact about me, I am a sweet potato freak. It is my favorite meal. If I could live off of one food for the rest of my life, it would be sweet potatoes, because you can make mashed sweet potatoes, you can make roasted, you can make steamed, you can make sweet potato fries, you can make it sweet for dessert, you can make it salty and savory for a dinner. There is just endless options with the sweet potato. And another fun fact about me, I like the yellow inside sweet potatoes way more than the orange inside yam sweet potato, because I don't know, I just like the texture better, everything. But Minimalist Baker used the orange inside ones for the recipe, so I'm going to do exactly as they tell me to do. And I think these ones have a better texture for the brownies anyways. And then over here, I have this sad spaghetti squash, because he is the forgotten spaghetti squash. I found this hidden in the corner, and I think it's been here for about 4 months. So I'm gonna try chopping it open today and seeing if it's still good inside. I mean, I think people keep these squashes and stuff throughout the fall. I think they're supposed to last a long time, right? So it might still be okay, but we're gonna cut him open today and see if he is all right and if he's edible still. So I'm gonna chop up these veggies, and then I'm gonna toss them in a little bit of olive oil with some salt and pepper, and then I'm gonna add a little bit of the fresh thyme and rosemary from my little balcony garden. And yeah, it's gonna be the perfect little winter dinner. here my delicious dinner is. I have the spaghetti squash, but I actually forgot to buy spaghetti sauce for it, so I'm just having it with some salt and pepper. But it looks good. The squash was still edible. And then we have our beautiful roasted caramelized vegetables. So I'm so excited to dig in. I have a little bit of mustard here, mustard with honey, just as a little dipping sauce. Wow. Yeah, roasted vegetables is one of the easiest dinners. It's healthy, it's delicious, and it's easy to make. I love that chewy garlic and the caramelized onions. They're so sweet. Oh, so good. I swear, I can have roasted vegetables every single night. So good. I'm in heaven. Sous Chef Bambi, come here and test the sweet potatoes, please. Good boy. You love sweet potato. Good boy. I think he approves. So it's time to make the dessert. I am so excited to try these sweet potato brownies. So again, I got the recipe off minimalistbaker.com, so I will put it down below in the description. I did not make this recipe up, but I have the ingredients here. So we need 1 cup of sweet potato puree. So again, I have roasted the sweet potatoes. I'm gonna peel the skin off and then just mash up the inside. That's how you make sweet potato puree. So 1 cup of that. Then we have 2/3 of a cup of maple syrup. This is Canadian goodness right here. I love maple syrup. And then 1/2 cup of almond butter, 1 teaspoon of vanilla extract, 1/4 teaspoon of Himalayan salt, 1 teaspoon of baking powder, and then 1/2 cup of cocoa powder. So I have some organic cacao powder here. We have 2/3 of a cup of oat flour. So I'm gonna be making my own oat flour today in the Vitamix, so I'll show you guys how I do that. And then 1.5 tablespoons of avocado oil, but I'm just gonna be using coconut oil. And then she calls for 1/2 cup of chopped raw pecans, but I'm not really a big fan of having nuts in my brownies, so I'm just gonna leave that out. And then it says optional 1/4 cup of chocolate chips. Of course, I'm gonna add chocolate chips in. These are brownies. So I just have some organic Camino semi-sweet chocolate chips. So let's get baking. Alright guys, so the brownies are done and they smell so good. So I'm going to just transfer them to plate. I did the toothpick test to make sure they were done. Just make sure the toothpick comes up clean. And I'm gonna cut in and have a little bite. Mmm. So the texture is really good for a brownie. You can't taste the sweet potato in it. They are quite salty, but I almost think that I added a teaspoon of salt instead of a quarter teaspoon. I could be wrong, but they are quite salty, and I feel like I didn't measure either the baking powder or the salt correctly. So I might have to make them again. You're eyeing those brownies, aren't you? But you can't have them. They have chocolate. You can't have them. Now he's my best friend. Now that I've made all this food, he's like, hi Mom, I love you so much. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Give it a thumbs up if you did. Bambi said give it a do claw up if you did. Thank you so much for being a great sous chef, Bambi. I really appreciate it. You did a good job. And yeah, you can follow me on Instagram if you're not already at Holistic Habits, and subscribe, turn on your post notifications if you haven't already so you can be notified when I put out new videos. I love you guys so much. I hope you're having a lovely holiday season, and we will see you in our next video. Bye!